Hello everyone, Abby here, Purple Cottage Crafts. Welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. So this one is going to be probably included in my stitch with, what do I call it? My slow stitch with me playlist. I think that's what I called it. Technically, I'm not going to be doing actual stitching in this video, but this applies to it because when I do my slow stitching, I'm working on this kind of stuff. So I don't have the original packaging anymore because this was from, let's see, this coming March, it'll be 2 years ago when I bought this kit. It's from Lisa Maddock, and I am sure a lot of my other stitchy friends have heard of her. She lives in Australia, and I will be sure to link her information below so you can go check her out, all of her social media. And she offers up for us folk who do not live in Australia the opportunity to purchase her bundles of different vintage fabrics and linens that she finds, and she does collabs with gosh darn, I'll have to look at my other one that's upstairs in my project bags. I just got one the other day, another one. So I can tell you the company that makes this because I want to make sure I'm giving them credit too. But this gorgeous, gorgeous embroidery floss. Look at that. Isn't it just gorgeous? But here's the deal. I'm hoarding this and I'm going to use it on actual like embroidery hoop type projects. I'm using a little bit in here too, but you know, I don't want to use all of it. So really fun colors. Anyway, so she had this kit, and this is a combination of I think 2 or 3 maybe, I'm not sure. And she includes oh, it's in here still. Sorry for the crinkle, guys. I forgot to take all the stuff out before I started filming. So she includes a length of this muslin right here, and you get a bunch of different lengths. I choose to cut mine into this size for this particular project I'm working on. You also get a selection of ribbons. Now, of course, she had this packaged very beautifully. This is just Abby's quick. We're going on a quick trip. I need something to stitch, and I threw it in here real quick. So she packages everything very nicely. So you get like an assortment of different ribbons and trims, things like that. And I'm not doing like a commercial for her or an ad for her. I'm just wanting to share with another stitchy project with you guys, since it's been a little bit since I've done a stitch with me video. So I mean, I would recommend her. She's amazing. Her website always has items on there you can purchase. So sometimes her fabric bundles go like that because she has the most gorgeous French linens and stuff, and pre-COVID she would travel a lot to like France and other places and find fabrics and stuff and textiles, and then she cuts them down and then she puts them in these kits. And I know she does workshops and stuff like in Australia. I think she's done some in the UK, I'm guessing, I'm not sure, but even before this year happened, the chances of me getting to Australia just to do a class with her is pretty slim to none. So I was so happy that she was able to and willing to ship to us here in America. So I was very happy about that. So this is a combination of a couple different monthly kits together. But look at that gorgeous, gorgeous textile there. I'm not going to show you each one. I'm just going to kind of flip through real quick because I don't want to make this too long. Sometimes you'll get like the edge of a placemat or a table runner, which is great. Some of the colors in here are not my, like that and the green and this one here. They're not my taste per se, meaning I wouldn't go select these on my own is what I'm trying to say. Look how pretty that is. But I have ways to work around that because I'm using every single bit of it. And here's this. I don't know what this is called. It's really thick. It almost looks like the tan Ace bandage wraps. And I'll hold it up and see if you guys can see the, oops, let me get that string off there. See if you can see the grain. And if you know what this is called, would you please let me know in the comments below, because I don't know. And I want to order some of this. I guess I could take it to Joann's, but I don't know if this is old and vintage or if this is something you can buy off the bolt. I don't know. I can't tell if it's old or not. It looks new to me, but you know, I'm not a textile expert as much as I love it. Anyway, there's that. So you get a lot of different materials and textures, and I just love it. And it's just a lot of fun to work with. And it really takes Abby out of her comfort zone in some of the color choices and things. And because typically a few of these colors would not be ones I would gravitate towards on my own. But I love that it stretches me to do that. And here are some of the scraps, and I keep every little bit. They're going to go in my cabbage 10 over here when I'm done with this project. So what is Abby making with these? Or what did Abby make with these? So I cut all of my panels roughly this size. I mean, they're not all exactly the same. Actually, I tore them. I didn't cut them. I love the backs too. I think that is just such a fun look. All the knots. Don't look too close because I'm not the neatest stitcher. I'm still learning on some of the embroidery things. So anyway, I just made these little panels. And what I was thinking about doing with these, oops, that's upside down, is, and I just did some applique right here in this one, is to like either A, put these in like a bundle with some other items and, you know, list them to sell individually, or I might put them on something too and then create something myself, like a journal or a wall piece, like a tapestry piece, wall hanging type of thing. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. And I'm in no rush to get these done. These are just something I work on in between. All of the stitching that's done on here, this is actually in one of my bedside project bags. And I have done all of the stitching when I've been upstairs and not having a very good pain day. And well, no pain day is a good day, but on the days that it's worse and I don't feel up to coming down into my craft room, I sit there and I have different stitching projects that I do. And I've shared videos before about my stitching setup, and I'll link those below in case you haven't seen those, because they're from a little while ago, last year sometime, I believe. Okay, I think this is one of my favorites. And I wasn't trying to make a flower or a pinwheel or lollipop or whatever. I was just putting things together that I liked. So I'm going to try to go up close so you can see it. But just all the layers. I mean, it's just like when we do mixed media, you know, with papers and stamps and inks and mark making. I mean, I'm just doing it with fabric. And if you've never played with fabric like this, I want to encourage you to do so. And all I did here was just did a chain stitch through the little holes on this piece of linen here. And then I did those flowers. And I love French knots. They're one of my favorite things to do right now. And there's the center. So there's that one. I already showed you this one. Okay, this is the piece I was trying to take off. So I have a way where I can incorporate different fabrics and prints and colors that aren't necessarily in my crafty wheelhouse as far as like choice. So what I do is I just, you know, cut it down smaller and just use little tiny bits. And this is what I always used to do when I was scrap that with craft cardstock and different papers, pattern papers that I didn't like. I would just, you know, alter them a little bit so I could use it. So that's what I'm doing here, just putting little pops of it into the project. And I'm sorry, I should be showing these to you as I'm gabbing. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm really trying to be a little bit more diligent about, or more mindful, I should say. But I know a lot of you tell me you like it when I gab and my longer videos. I just hate for you guys to have to spend so much time listening to me just ramble on, but I guess, you know, if you're watching me, you must want to. So there's that one. Just a little bit of tiny, oops, sorry, a little bit of tiny seed stitching there. A lot of fun. It's a great filler stitch. And here's this one. This is some vintage laces and trims going down the side here. And then I just did some French knots in the holes of the lace. And I just did some basic running stitch down the center of each of those lines on the doily. Some more seed stitching, and then just some, you know, basic stitching there. So and there's the back of that one. I'm not sure if you guys like to see the backs or not, so I won't. Okay, so here's this one. Just some fun stitching here along the doily. Just little bits of the fabrics, you know, just kind of adding pops of color and using some of the beautiful hand-dyed embroidery floss or thread from the company. I can't remember their name off the top of my head, but I kept their packaging because it's really super cute. And I'm going to use it in journals and stuff, but I will definitely list them below. So you can take just a small piece of a doily or whatever, a flower or whatever, and you can really, you know, jazz it up or dress it up, whatever you want to call it, if you want to, by just doing some simple stitching like that with some colored thread or floss or, you know, string, whatever you want to use. So it just kind of adds a pop of color. this piece right here, this is obviously machine stitch. So I have other projects up in my room, not my sewing machine. That I don't put my sewing machine upstairs. I'm sure my husband probably draw the line at that one. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so I have other projects upstairs, and so I have other scraps and things. So this was from my scrap bin, and I just wanted to stitch it on there because I liked how that looked. So that is why that is there. But everything has been hand stitched except for this brown here, but that was done prior to me using it on here. So I just wanted to explain that, since in the beginning I said everything has been hand stitched, and I wanted to explain why there was a machine stitching there. Again, just more of the same, you know, just really having fun playing with the colors and the threads. And when I purchased this was my first kit to purchase from her in March of next year. Sorry if I already said that, I can't remember. I'm getting old, you guys. And it was like, because of shipping, she would combine like 2 months kits in one. So I would, that way, which I appreciated very, very much, because that helped to reduce the cost of shipping for me. So I thought that was a brilliant idea and very nice of her to do that. I didn't even ask her, she just did it. And anyway, so this is like, you know, I think 4 or 6 months worth. I can't remember, you guys. It's been a little while. So you don't get like all of this in 1 month or anything like that. So this is a few months, and I love it because even though some of the colors and the prints are, you know, a little bit kind of, you know, more wild or out there or whatever, it still all coordinates together. And that's what she does. She pulls these materials together and works with the company that makes, you know, does the dyes, or the floss, dyes the floss. And, you know, you can make it really just work together. Like on this one here, that orange one I showed you that I did not care for so much. I thought I stitched it somewhere on here. There it is. So like this print here, I didn't care for that one so much. So all I did was just flip it over. I put the, you know, backside of the fabric facing up, because it kind of muted it a little bit. So, you know, so some of these, like I said, some of these prints aren't things that I would go gravitate towards, but I feel in little bits, in the way that I've chose to incorporate them, they go well with this. So you guys, of course, will know what I end up doing with them, because I will come back on here and share with you. So this won't be something that'll be done for any time soon. Maybe spring, I don't know, we'll see. Because I work on this kind of in between projects and just for fun. So, all right, I've rambled on long enough for you guys. So sorry, I'm not actually doing any literal stitching right now, but I'm in the middle of a design team project for Tracy Fox, and I took a workshop for a gratitude journal 2020, and I'm behind on the days. It doesn't matter, it's a work at your own pace thing, but I need to work on that too. So that's why I can't do any stitching right now. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you've been stitching on, or what you've been, you know, using different twines and strings and threads and flosses and stuff on your projects. It doesn't have to be on fabric. You can do it on paper too, or on an art journal page. You just lay it down and you just glue it down, that kind of a thing. I'd just be interested to know what you guys are stitching as well. So, because I love to see what everybody else is doing, not just what Abby is doing. All right, so in my next Stitch With Me, I promise I will be actually stitching. So this was a stitch and show, and I just made that up. That's what I'll call it. I'll call this a stitch and show, because instead of show and tell. Anyway, all right, I'm losing it. I gotta go. All right, you guys, I will see you next time, and take care. Stay safe, everybody, and that's my next video. Bye.